Good evening. I'm Sandra Welch, and I'm currently serving as your City Commissioner in District C. And thank you for sharing your time here this evening. So I've successfully served in the past 4 years, and I'd like to share with you some of the accomplishments that have happened since I've been elected. There are a list, so bear with me because I don't want to forget any. In regard to public safety, that's our police and our fire, which is utmost importance to me on behalf of all of our residents. And a recent survey finding shows that Coconut Creek is in the top 40 safest places to live in Florida. A bit of trivia. Since 1991, our population has increased 91%, but the number of crime has decreased 38%. And I'm very proud that since our police chief has come into office, that when I met with him, I asked him to look at when he started to hire and replace the long tenured officers that were about to retire over the next coming months, that he look at gaining more diversity within our police force. And I'm very proud to say that he has done so that it more completely mirrors the demographics of our population, and we're very, very close to doing that in all of them. I would like to address something that was mentioned earlier by one of the candidates in regard to some of the recent spikes in criminal break-ins in cars in the north part of our community. The police department has done exactly what I would have expected they would have done. They have met with those communities in which the incidents occurred, and they're not just happening in Coconut Creek, they're happening in cities all the way through our county and into Miami-Dade County. They have set up select enforcement teams, marked and unmarked, all types of officers to target those communities and work through the night until 5:30 a.m. And just in the past 20 days alone, they have made 117 stops, 45 arrests, many of which were in relation to burglary, and 28 of them were with narcotics. And many items, including guns and cars and other things, were recovered. So just on that note, and I'll leave it at that. Regarding fire, I'm very proud to say that I've approved the new fire station number 50, which is just down the road on Coconut Creek Parkway, to help and better serve the south part of the community. And not for nothing, we're sitting in Winmore tonight, but the majority of the calls come in regard to Winmore. So that will help definitely reduce the response time. And there was no increase in the fire assessment fee for fiscal 17. Now, in relation to taxes and budgets, we were able to maintain or actually decrease over the last 3 years the millage rate for the tax evaluation. Currently, we're at $6.13 per 1,000 for assessed value. And when I came into office, it was $6.32. So even with the 9.8 increase in tax evaluation that comes from the reassessment from the Broward County Property Tax Appraiser's Office in fiscal 17, the new construction amounted to about over 36 million of that. And what does that mean to you as a taxpayer? Well, it not only was an investment in our community, but it brought jobs, a number of jobs, and over $200,000 in tax revenue. We were able to bring our first hotel into the city and approved the first project in Main Street since the Promenade, Midtown, which is taking place right now on Sample Road. In regard to the infrastructure and environment, we were able to approve and upgrade and expand 2 existing parks that we have here in the city, Windmill Park and Lakeside Park. And the funds to use to make those land purchases were $2.7 million that came to us as a result of the Seminole funds, not the taxpayers. We're able to approve capital improvement projects to repave the city streets over the next 7 years without special assessments to the taxpayers. Reclaimed water was connected. That serves Sable Pine Park and will eventually serve the entire project of Main Street. I asked for a revamp and a look at our community bus routes and systems, and I'm proud to say that very shortly that renovation of the two community bus and a new express route will happen here in the city, and it will be more efficient and serve more local businesses. And federal grants paid for the Lyons Road media improvements, as well as all the wonderful media improvements that happened on Coconut Creek Parkway, as well as the streets, the sidewalks, the amazing landscaping, and that was with federal grants, not the taxpayers' dollars. Waste and recycle, our favorite, the landfill. 2 years ago, we in the city were able to strike a deal with Waste Management to keep the property values up. We brought a cap to the household and commercial waste and ensured that our garbage would not be landfilled but would continue to be burned. And Waste Management actually has to pay us in the city 10 cents per ton of limited waste to hire an auditor so that we can verify that the waste and sludge that's accepted at the landfill, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. In regard to the community, when I first came into office, Coconut Creek High School was a failing school, and I worked and was very active and vocal in trying to keep that school alive and open so that we could repurpose it and find a positive change that could occur with it. And I'm very proud to say that it's now a C school, and hopefully next year it'll be a B school. And not only that, but the Creek Technical Academy was magnet school was successfully opened in fall of 2016. So I didn't just start serving the community when I became elected. I started 20 years ago when I moved here. And I work as a representative to raise our local issues at the county and state level for the water and environmental committees that I serve on. And I am committed to serving full-time. And why do you say, why would I do that? Because it's a part-time position. I just felt in my mind it worked for me, and I took an early retirement from American Express after 18 years. And that's what I've been doing the past 4 years. And what I hope to see happen in the years to come are get some of that major development moving as land is sold within that large vacant spot in Main Street, that 185 plus acres. And you know what? The city has a good amount of land on its own, about 30 acres. So we'll have a seat at the table to help realize how that development is going to occur. We'll have a say in it. Major repurposing on Hillsborough Boulevard to make that a destination for our north part of our community. Very, very exciting. We have some blight up there in regard to some plazas and things that are taking place, but we have wonderful opportunities. So much, much more to come. But we'll always be vigilant about the waste and making sure that Waste Management does what they're supposed to do and keep our property values up. Thank you.